Hi guys, it's Cats from So Sweet Charms, and today we're going to be making dangly cats. And these are made out of the color of ecru and brown. We're going to combine it together. You want to make sure you have enough that it's going to be able to do 2 of your earrings, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. We're going to be using a little bit of pink, black, and also a lime green, like a wasabi green. So I'm just going to set those colors to the side for now. And we'll do the clay after. I want to start working on the butterfly clips from the earring backing. Basically, I'm going to get a head pin, and don't worry on how big this head pin piece is because I will be cutting that off, so it's not to worry. What I wanted, but I want a long enough wire, so you can use wire if you wanted to, but I don't have any like on a spool, so I'm just using my head pin right now. I'm gonna bend this in half. Okay, just like that. And I'm feeding one through the bottom of, like inside of that butterfly hole. And I'm feeding the other side through so that it looks like this. Okay, and I'm just bringing it right to the end. All right. What I'm going to do at this point is squeeze it. And with my wires or with your hand, depending on how flexible your head pin was, you're just gonna give it a quick twist. And you want to make sure that this is long enough for your body, because your body's going to be dangling at the back of your earring. So I'll show you what I mean in 1 second. This is not sitting, so I'm just going to use my wires and twist it around. All right, and it doesn't want to twist today. So just going to use my clamp on one side here. Use my wires. Sorry, I'm working on a weird angle here, so okay. Let's switch hands. Make sure that it's sitting in the loop part and that it hasn't fallen out, so I'm just feeding it through because it fell back out. And I want to work with my left hand since I'm left-handed. So there we go. And this does take some time getting used to. This is the first time I'm making this particular style of earrings. So this is new for both of us. All right, so this is still loose at the top, and that's fine because once we put the clay, it will hold it into place. But what I wanted to achieve, that something was coming evenly in the middle. So you can trim off if it is too long. I can't find my red pliers. I don't see them. So I'm gonna hope these can cut down here. And I wanna make it long enough that it's gonna hold my body, but not excessively long either. So I'm just gonna quickly find my pliers here. Just give me 1 second, guys. There we go. These are my wire cutter and pliers. So I'm just trimming off that excess, because like I said, I don't want it too long. That's basically it. And that is how you want it set up, but you want to give it a try that this is not going to interfere. So when I push it through the backing, it's not hitting that wire. It's still nice and loose in there. All right. Okay, so let's work on the cat now. And you could do cat, dog, whatever animal you want. So I'm going to combine these 2 colors. Again, like I said, it was the chocolate brown and the ecru. You can leave it marbleized if you wanted to. So that would look kind of cool actually for a cat. but I wanted a more of like a mocha color cat. Okay, and you want to combine these until the clay is nice and soft and warmed up so that it's not going to crack on you when you're baking it. Sorry about the noise in the background. I have a piece of clay working in the oven right now, baking from my previous video, so I figured I would film something in the meantime. All right, so we want to start off with 2 even pieces. You want to work with the body and or like the heads at the same time, or the body at the same time. And you want to make sure these are as even as possible. So I just took off a little bit more off of there. Okay, that's a little bit too large, just a little bit off. Roll it in a ball, make sure they're nice and smooth, and those are pretty even. Okay, I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit more. Okay, and we're going to be placing them on the backing of an earring. I believe this is 4mm. So I'm just going to push down slightly, and I'm going to round it out like I normally do. And you guys know from my previous videos how I do that. You can see I'm doing it right now. And you just want to make sure that they're nice and even. And what you're trying to achieve is that the back is flat like that, but it still has a dome shape. Okay, I'm just going to bring these in a little bit closer to me so I can work with them. And again, you want to make sure that they're pretty even in shape, and you want to make sure that it's big enough that it is sitting on the back of that earring, which it is. Okay, and I promised to do some more charms. It's just I've been coming up with these ideas for earrings and I've just kind of been rolling with it. So all right, these are going to be the heads of the cats, like their faces. So now what I want to do is to make their little cheek areas, and you just want tiny little pieces. Okay, and you want to roll those into balls as well. And again, if we need to add extra, we will. I'm just going to place these on top of that just to see if that's the size I want. So you can see they're kind of raised right now, like that. And put that on top of there just to make sure. Okay, I think I like that size. Okay, I'm just going to take them off. I'm going to roll these as perfect as I can. Okay, and I'm going to place them on top of that head. I'll show you. They're kind of sitting almost equal to the shape of the head. And I'm just going to slightly push down on them so that they spread out in terms of their shape. But if they spread out in between, you want to push them together because they're basically the little chubby cheeks that cats have. Okay, like that. And again, push them down as much as you want in order to get the look you're looking for. Okay, so that's one. And I'm going to do the same to the other one. And you want to match them up as equally as possible. Sometimes it's difficult, and if it is, you just grab the piece of clay and start again. Not to worry. Okay, so that is one cheekies, and then the other cheeks. And again, you can use these as the bunnies, and I think I did them in the bunny video actually. So if you want to look at that reference, you definitely can. All right, we're gonna grab pink, and I like this color pink. It's a really popping pink, so I think that's okay color. And you just want a tiny piece of this for both noses, so you can see they're really tiny. And you want to roll it into a ball again. Roll this one into a ball. Okay, you want to make sure they're about the same size. And what you want to do now is place it right on top, right there. And you're going to push it in slightly. And when you push it in, it actually goes into the shape of the triangular that's already created there when you push the cheeks together. So again, like that, push down. And if you find that it's going out of shape, you can use your scribing tool to push it back up the end part. Okay, so there we go. We got our little cheeks and we got our little nose. Now at this point you can put a tongue or you can poke a hole to have the cat's little mouth open. Completely up to you. You can do a lot of things with this in order to make it as whimsical as you want. I'm just gonna look for my balling tool that's tiny enough. I'm not too sure if I have one that's that small. That's too large. Oh, I can't wait for my dotting tools to get here, which are tiny little sets of balling tools. Okay, so I don't have anything, but you can use a toothpick. I'm trying to decide if I want to open the mouth or not. I'm going to leave it for now and see how it turns out with the eyes and everything like that. And then I'll decide. All right, let's work on the eyes. Tiny little black eyes. You can paint them on if you wanted to. I'm going to give it a try with the clay. I'm going to see if I like it with the clay or not. And I'm thinking I'm not, but because I like painting. Okay, so we want them super, super tiny actually. So what I'm going to do is roll this into a log, this piece of clay, and roll it out to a snake. Okay, hope you can see that. I'm gonna get my razor blade and I'm gonna cut off equal pieces. So you can see they're kind of just sitting there on my blade now. Just gonna peel that off there. And I'm just gonna use my scribing tool to separate them. Okay. If you want to add whiskers, it would be the same method doing this. Okay, so then I'm just going to roll these tiny little 4 pieces into equal eyes. There we go. So they're super, super tiny. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so I have my 4 there. And then from there, I'm going to grab one of the little heads. I'm going to turn it this way so you can kind of see. And I want to evenly place my eyes. So I'm just going to do little rough holes. So I hope you can see that. So I think I want them about there. So I'm going to just push them in now, just a little bit deeper. And I'm going to grab the little black. And if you wanted to put TLS, you can, but you don't have to because we're going to be pressing these down. Oops, that one's a little bit too big. There we go. And you want to make sure that hole is big enough that it's going to sit, like the little eye piece is going to sit in there. Okay, so right now they're just sitting on top, and I'm going to slowly press them down. Sometimes our fingers are our best tools. Okay. Oops. There's her little eyes. So cute. Okay. And again with this one, we want to space them as equal as the other side. Right. Place one eyeball there. Oops. Move the cheek. Sorry guys, if my big fat fingers are in the way. Okay, and I'm gonna press it down. Make sure they're nice and even. One eyeball's looking bigger than the others, kind of stretch out the other one. Okay, and there's the two cats. They're looking cute. All right, let's move on to the green part of the eyes. So roll it out into a log again. As thin as possible. Sorry guys if I'm getting out of frame there. There we go. And again, 4 equal pieces. And these ones I actually want smaller. Alright. So roll those into little balls. So that one's a bigger one, so I'm just going to slice that in half. I want to thank everybody in the meantime for subscribing to my channel and liking us on Facebook. If you haven't done so, please follow us on Facebook at So Sweet Charms. Yeah, I just want to thank all of you for your lovely input and ideas that you've been sending my way by email. So I appreciate it. All right. So now I'm just placing the greens towards the bottom of the black. And again, if you wanted to, you can put a dot so that you know exactly where to place that green. So you can see they're kind of funny looking right now, but it will look cute in the end. I know it will. And we're gonna paint on the white part actually. And like I said, you could have painted these on for the eyes as well. But I just wanted to do it this way. Just to show you guys that if you're not good with painting, you can still achieve the look you're looking for by doing it with your fingers and doing it with clay. Alright, so there's the eyes on both of them. And you can see the black is still showing on them, so super cute. Alright. From here, we're going to do the ears. This one's going to be a long video, but I'm giving you all the details you need. Alright, so easy to work with log pieces and then cutting them equal. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out into an actual thicker log. There we go. Okay, and we want to cut that into 4. 2, 3, 4, as equal as possible. And as always, roll them into balls. Okay, so 4 equal balls, and if they're not looking equal, just add in more clay. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more clay to these ones here. Perfect. So I got my 4 balls there. Now from there, I'm just gonna squeeze it and I'm gonna push down so that it creates like a little triangle. And then I will place it on the top of the head and squeeze it and push down. And it creates the exact ears that a cat should have. So I'm just placing them beside it. I haven't attached it to the other clay part yet. So I'm just getting the shape of them first. So pinch the bottom, push. That's it. And they look like little tiny chocolate chips. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the part that's pinched, have it towards me, and just place it where you want to place them. Typically, it's right above where the eye would be. So kind of like that. Okay. And then you can blend them in with your blending tool or whatever tool you have. And make sure they're nice and blended in. Or you can use your TLS again. Okay. And this step takes a little bit of time. And if you don't want to blend them in, you don't have to. Okay, from here, I'm just pushing them down slightly. And then from there, I'm gonna get the scribing tool and just make a hole like that. So I made lines in it, I hope you can see. And then with a toothpick, I'm just gonna roll back and forth to open it up more. And then I'm gonna pinch the tops. There we go. There's our little cat ears. Okay. And that is done. And I'm gonna place that on the cookie sheet once the other ones come out, which I think they're about ready. You'll probably hear the timer go off anytime soon, because I think I just heard the 1 minute countdown. In the meantime, I'll put these on, hopefully beating the timer, but I probably won't. There we go. And again, I'm gonna blend these in. And I'm using the shaping color, or the color shapers. I always call it opposite, but whatever. I got these ones at Icing Inspirations, again, another cake decorating store, but you can buy them online anywhere that has art tools. I haven't seen them at Quartzman's, to be honest with you, a store in Toronto. I will check out to see if they are there. And you can hear my timer going off in the background. Just want to finish blending these in. And it's okay if they're in there for a little bit longer. I know nothing's gonna happen to them. So just disregard the beeping in the background. All right. So I'm just gonna press that down. Okay. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just make a line. Alright guys, I didn't realize that it cut out, so I hope you got to see most of this. If you didn't, I will just recap it here. I inserted it inside there and then put it on the little feet. I don't know if you got a hold of that. I apologize that I didn't even pay attention to the timer running out. So I'm just putting the other tail on, and you want to make it as thick as possible or as thin and as long as possible just to match up the other side. I'm pushing it on the bottom of the bum, bringing it up, and I'm rotating it in the opposite direction just so it's opposite to the other earring. Just 1 second, Caitlin.
Are you almost done?
Almost done.
So we can play them.
Okay, so those are the 2 earrings. They're bottoms, and they're so super cute. Okay, so those will be actually dangling behind your ear. Okay guys, now here are the little faces. I'm going to be putting the little paws on there so that the cat looks like it's holding the bottom of your ear. Okay, again, equal size paws. And these are almost like a chibi style of cat because their head is bigger than their body. Yeah, I made a chibi cat. That's my daughter whispering there. Okay.
What is that for?
I'm not too sure yet. Maybe for you.
Can I say hi to them?
You can say hi to the people.
Hi.
Alright. Okay. Alright guys, so that's basically, whoops, how it's gonna look. And you want to push them in as much as possible that they're not going to fall off. If you wanted to apply TLS, you definitely can do that. And I'm just going to put the little feet marks there. And on this side. Okay. And I'm just going to push up the feet a little bit more. And if your little paw prints came out of shape, again, just redo them. Okay. And that's how the front looks. All right. And I'm going to bake these pieces for about 50 minutes. And when they're done, I'm going to show you how to apply the rest of the little dots in the eyes and then to assemble everything together. So thanks for watching, guys. Hi guys, so I'm back. I'm sorry I never had a chance to do this because when I was doing the editing I realized that it did not get filmed. But the finishing of it was I just put little black dots on the eyes. Sorry, it's really out of focus. This camera has to go. Little black dots and then little white highlights. So you're seeing the white highlights quite large, but when you see the picture after, you'll see how cute they are. I'm trying to see if you can get an idea of what it looks like. And I did put a mouth. Now, unfortunately, in this video and my other one, it did cut out on some of the information, so I apologize. It wasn't on purpose. Yep. So I'm just gonna tie back my daughter's hair just quickly here. Let me adjust it so we can see her. Hello, Caitlin.
Hello.
All right, so I'm just gonna tie back her hair just quickly here.
Mommy, will it get stuck in my hair?
No, it won't get stuck in your hair.
Oh, good.
All right, and if you want to look at the camera here, maybe come on this side. We're gonna film on a different. So I'm just filming her on a different angles. All right, and I'm gonna put the earrings on so that you guys can see what it looks like. So I hope you could see this. So the front has the backing, and I just applied it with the E6000.
So, Mia, how are they going to dangle?
You'll see in 1 second. And then the butterfly piece is on the body. And let's see if it turned out. Okay, let me test it first like this to make sure it's lining up so that I know where to poke it. Oops.
Does it work?
It got stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that one. Let me see with this one. Yep, that one's sitting in better. Don't touch that one, please, Caitlin. I'll fix it in a second. All right. I hope you guys can see this. Sorry. So, poking that through, poking the other one in, and there we go. Look forward. It's so cute.
Is it dangling?
Yeah, hold on. So, if you guys just look forward, honey. So you could see the little cat's feet are up there and the cat's dangling. So this one I'll probably sit on the other side so that the tail's sitting on this side. But that's how they look, and they look so super cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Keep watching, and we'll see you soon. Say bye.
Bye.